morning, fellow Xlanders. It is me, thank me later, joining you this wonderful September 3rd here in Dallas. Give me 1 second, we're still setting up the stream. Let's see here, Saturday. How's everyone doing this Saturday morning stream? Hey, Swedish Mogul, welcome. All right, so we get Saturday morning. I'm living the dream. I'm doing fantastic. Saturday morning stream. What is it? It's 9-2-9-3. Done. Oh. Give everyone a couple minutes. What are we doing today? Oh my goodness, excuse me. It's gonna be pretty casual, hang out. Although I do have I forgot which camera. Not on that camera anymore. I'm over here. I do have multiplayer, but I don't know if it works. So, morning, boss baby perp. Morning, ditsy dits. Cheers. Happy Saturday. Hope y'all are enjoying your weekend. Moon Unit in the house, aka Influencer of the Week. Watch out, Mr. Big Shot here. Am I live? I guess you can hear me because we're. It's weird because my stream manager says I'm not live. Oh well. We hear you. Alright, well then I guess my stream manager is just weird. Maybe I'll refresh it. There we go. Hey, 1111 NFT in the house. I saw your follow this morning. Thank you, brother. So, for those of you who don't know, I mean, you probably heard me talk about it a little bit, but now that we have the man, the myth, the legend, 1111 NFT in the house, we were talking a little bit about the gameplay yesterday of the core concept of when you actually like log into UpX World, when the full version is ready, is going to be Shop Sports Cards. What up, everybody? What up? Shop Sports Cards. So the idea with UpX World is, and I can't show it because my drawing is terrible. I got to get it like a digital, and then I'll be able to share it, and then we can do some stuff with it. Is that you, hello weirdos that wake up early morning on Saturday. You know what? You know what? There could be weirdos that live in other time zones. You know that. Although there are weirdos that also live in Pacific time zones, that means that this is like 6 a.m. and those people are weird. But the idea here is that UpX World is actually, and we were toying around with like, what's the actual like, we've been focusing on everybody else's experiences, and it's just like, well, what's the experience for UpX World? Like, you log in, is it just an interface to trying to make your things a little bit more interesting? It did not work. It like snaps and makes it smaller. Okay. Anyway, Still trying to figure out this particular thing. All right, whatever that'll have to do for now. So it'll be open world. Oh, 9:04 in New York. Nice. Ah, see, Swedish is like the middle of the day. Oh, it's 6 a.m. Oh, yeah. Well, yeah, you're insane. Um, but we appreciate it. Thank you for being here. And, well, hopefully, we can show you something new. I like to reward my Saturday morning stream. Y'all are, some, crazy cool people. I appreciate it. I wake up at 5 a. Wait. How? Okay, so I guess you're just. Oh, to be fair, it does say fellow weirdos. So it does say fellow weirdos. So that's fair. We'll say okay, as long as you recognize yourself, because that's insane. 5 a.m. I don't go to bed till 5 a.m. And see, this is what happens when I don't have like mods and a script and everything planned. Like Friday shows are usually, I got the PowerPoint, we got all kinds of stuff. Here, we're just chilling. Squirrel, exactly. Exactly. That's Saturday morning. 11, Dr. aka Dr. Nobi, if you have not been to a Saturday morning stream, or actually you probably haven't been to any of our streams, you slacker, because you just followed us this morning. This is way more chill, relaxed squirrel kind of thing. Oh, excuse me. So anyway, you're gonna go onto this planet. I'm picturing the planet surface being really like rocky, dark red stone, kind of like jutting up, really harsh corners. So it looks like a very hostile terrain that you're going to explore. And so all of the experiences that we put in are all going to be either they're going to be built onto this planet, right? And so it's either going to be like I'll take 1111 for example. We're working on building a monolithic structure. I won't give too much away because I kind of want it to be a surprise when we roll it out. But 1111 NFT, aka Dr. Nobi, and NFT Artifact, which is a super cool designer. He's actually doing the design for the steampunk stuff too, which maybe I'll show you those because those are cool. And so we will have a monolithic structure for 1111 that will be, somewhere on the planet, right? And you'll have to find it. In order to unlock 1111, the 1111 experience, you'll have to find it on the planet. Now, this is not going to be, for the big experiences, like it's not going to be hard. It's going to be like, there'll probably be like a quest giver that's like, go discover this. And you're like, and it puts a little beacon and you just got to like fly over and find it. And it will unlock like a teleport to it, which will then unlock it like in your menu so you can easily jump to it. You can set your spawn point there so the next time you log in to Upex World, it just spawns you in front of your favorite experience to save you the trip. But that's the idea, is that there'll be these experiences, and there's some. So like for instance, 1111 is this monolithic structure. However, we are working with the Hyde Park Ninjas, who are a great group of guys. I've been working with Mike and Keith from Hyde Park Ninjas. And oh my, do they have an experience planned for y'all? And it is going to be super, super fun in Upex World. In fact, it really started to expand. I had originally planned on the planet being more or less desolate. Like, there wasn't going to be a ton of, like, oh, I don't know if I can. Oh, actually, that doesn't look. So, like, here, mapping it out, the concept was that the overall planet was actually going to be fairly desolate, except for these like monolithic structures or like like mini areas for these experiences, right? And then there was going to be the Xenon that we've talked about that's just going to be randomly that you could collect Xenon as you walk around. But it would be open world, so multiple people around, just like you would normally expect. Now the Hyde Park Ninjas, though, when we were talking, it was really interesting to hear their concepts, and I think we're gonna that their experience might spill over into the actual UpX world. So much like World of Warcraft or other MMORPGs, where you would have like quest givers and things like that. And so then there's actually another person that I was talking to that that started the let's do something in the actual world of UpX World, and they want to run a massive, like multi-month, like mystery Easter egg treasure hunt that's like super hard for a large cash prize, or not large UpX prize. Sorry, not cash. Large UpX prize. Um, and so like that is going to be like, think of like a giant scavenger hunt with clues and mystery and stuff over the entire map. And then so the Hyde Park Ninjas are actually going to have like the Hyde Park Ninja Camp. So they're going to have like multiple little buildings, and it'll be like a little village that will be on the planet, right? And so you'll be able to go there, and they're going to do martial arts. So we're working on creating like a martial arts themed Xlander. And it'll have certain move sets, and we still have to work out the gamification, but that will essentially be a martial arts fighting style game. And then there'll be enemies that maybe spawn around the map, or even in different things. So we have like the Upland Metaphase portal, which is going to be this massive stadium with all the metaphases, which is most of the content that we've been streaming and talking about is the metaphases. And then the like even the data mines. So like I said early on, we want to create gamification and interest in everything that we do, and that includes our data mine process. So that will actually be there. And I mean, there's going to be a lot more of these experiences. One, obviously, that I'm kind of looking forward to is we're going to have for the Xbox, wow, getting a little out of ourselves, eh? The UpX World Live tower, and it's going to be like a giant radio tower with a huge screen on it that will actually project this channel, UpX World Live, and other content from UpX World or UpX World partners. And that will be, almost like a drive-in theater. But I guess it'd be a fly-in theater, so you'll be able to like just like fly there, and you can watch the streams in game, which will be pretty cool. And then, yeah, so all of that because 11/11 is here, and it's going to be awesome. And yeah, I mean, we can talk a little bit about 11/11 since you're here and all. I'll leave it up to you. You let me know if you want to talk about 11/11. All right. Oh, for show. All right. Well, I am pretty excited. I don't have any materials or anything. We're just gonna have to riff. Do we have any materials? Can I show any of the things that you sent me? Can I show any of the images? Like you have to tell me like what you want shown, what you don't. But the core concept of 11/11, and I'm gonna hope that I do this justice, because there's a lot of layers, and it's still work in progress. So keep that in mind. But the core idea is that so 11/11 NFT, run by Dr. Nobi, is a curated art gallery plus auction house where their artists from around the world and from any media can come create NFT art. They create a set of pieces, essentially 12 pieces. One that goes into the array, which is essentially the open, it's like the open draft, if you will. So, oh, I should hit my mute. I'm sorry. Ooh, excuse me. Okay, what? Um, thank you. So the actual array is where each artist will be able to put a piece into that, and then the other 11 are for is it the pyramid? I think that's what it's called. It's called the pyramid, I think. That compete. So let's talk about the array first. The array will be a place where Xlanders will be able to go and buy copies of this print. So this will be an actual NFT. It'll be almost certainly on wax, and it'll be open to just purchase as many as you want. We have to figure out the pricing and stuff like that. And then you'll have tokens, so you'll get free. You'll get a couple free each month if you are, just for going and checking it out. You'll have some tokens that you can use to essentially get free, a couple pieces of free art for yourself. And then if you are a VIX member, you might get some more tokens to be able to buy. And then once your tokens are up, then you can just buy as many as you want. And we'll tell you why that's important. So the tokens are used specifically for voting purposes. So at the end of each month, so it runs from, no shocker, from the 11th to the 11th of each month. And so whatever the top kind of the top voted artists or art pieces, top grossing, whatever it is, the top pieces at the end of that time figure out, because I thought are we doing that? Anyway, whatever it is, whatever he decides. So keep in mind, like, we're just the platform, and this is when, if you're coming to me with experience and experiences that you want to put in, and I mean, I have meetings pretty much all day now with different teams and stuff putting together stuff. So it is completely up to the creators. They ask my opinion, I give my opinion, and honestly, I don't. Yeah, grossing vote. Some anyway, whatever the top 11 are, right? So those 11 top ones out of the selection go to the pyramid. And at that point, so as we said, we had each artist will have 12 pieces. You put one in the array, and then you put 11 in the pyramid. And the pyramid starts out at 11, and it's like an elimination contest. So in there, you're actually bidding on a one of one. So the other 11 pieces are all one of one NFTs. So it's an auction house, and people bid on those. And then at the end of the auction, the 10 highest selling go to the next level. And then their next piece is revealed, right? So at the end of it, really only one artist will have all of their pieces shown. And yeah, the rest are hidden. So all of the rest of your things are hidden. And there's a lot more detail, and I'm not going to do it justice at all. We'll have to get Dr. Nobi like live on stream one day to be able to go through it himself. But I do think I can do it pretty well because we talked enough about it. So you have the array into the pyramid, and then at the top is the guild, which is essentially the top 11 all-time grossing artists. And they will have a single piece in the guild, or their work will be. I still have to understand a little bit more, but that's essentially the pinnacle of the entire piece is the guild, where all of the top artists kind of stay, and then as they progress, they knock each other out, and if one becomes more high grossing and things like that. And so that will be a premier spot for artists and for art for UpX World. In addition to that, I don't know if it's in the array or in a gift shop, but you will also be able to purchase at some point in-app purchases of like different like swag or prints or items with this art on it is essentially the best way to say it, is items with the art on it. And the cool thing is that, let's say that you buy, the Guild is like a nightclub where the pyramid is like the minimalist gallery. There you go. Yeah. So, ooh, I've never heard you describe it. Like, I guess maybe you have, and I just didn't realize it. That's kind of cool because it is like a mix of like minimalistic neon. Like the overall design is like minimalistic, monolithic neon. Like that. And so I like the idea that it's a nightclub. Yeah, and it'll be at the Party Central. And so there's going to be a lot of cool activities with it. Going to be a lot of reason to go visit it. And like I said, so there's going to be a place where you can buy merch and have in-app purchases with the art, say from the pyramid in it. Now, what's cool about that, and again, this is where that shared revenue, the decentralized revenue stream. So when you win one of the original art pieces, right, of the pyramid, you are then the owner of that, and then you get profit share from any merch that's then made using that image. So by holding that NFT, by holding that picture, that art from that creator, you now are entitled to, excuse me, you are now entitled to revenue share for those purchases. So there's a lot this is going to do to help bring artists into the space, we hope. And so, by the way, if you know artists, if you know somebody who is either already in the wax space or wants to get into the wax space, this is a fairly high profile, low pressure way to do so. They really only need 12 pieces of art, maybe 13, I guess, if they get into the guild. If I understand that correctly, the guild is a different one, but we need to talk. I would just say 12 to 13 pieces. They don't need 100 pieces to be a part of this. Okay, so specifically, if you were familiar with NFTs and wax stuff, that would probably help for sure. It would definitely make it a lot easier. Uh, yeah. No, and see, the thing is, that's really nice because, I mean, honestly, I might even submit. Am I allowed to submit? I think I could submit. Why not? I have cool art. I'll just maybe, Slav. Hey, what up, Slav? Oh, you know Slav and dude, Samuel, Samuel's gonna put in some cool stuff. I'm gonna go under a pseudonym, though. I'm not gonna let anybody know. The only person who's gonna know that it's me is gonna be Dr. Nobi. And I'm gonna go under a pseudonym, and you guys aren't even gonna know. And I'm not even gonna hype it up. I'm just gonna like put it in there. I'm gonna let my work speak for itself. Now, if you happen to see some psychedelic turtles, like with top hats, like that could be me or it could be somebody else. We don't know. Like, I don't know. Somebody else might have wanted to do a psychedelic fancy turtle art collection. I don't know. Like, that could be anybody. um, but I like it because, you know, there's going to be, I think, up to 1,111 artists in the array. So until that fills up to the max capacity, which that's the max capacity of the array, is 1,111, which is 1111 if you're getting a theme, will be. There you go. Okay, anybody can submit to 1111. It will be curated by me, Dr. Nobi. So not everything submitted will make it. Oh, well, whew, no pressure there. But anyone can submit, and then the community can choose what makes it from the array to the pyramid. All right. So assuming, though, if it's of reasonable quality, if it's not just like, here's a red panel, here's a green panel, like, assuming it is some level of creativity, you're probably going to accept it. And presumably it's got to be, yeah, just that's fair. Quality control. And also, this will follow, before we even go, and we really haven't actually talked about this, but I'm just going to say all art will need to be, no graphic content, no, all of the things, right? No graphic content, no adult content, no drugs. I don't want to say alcohol. I don't want to limit because we do have like if alcohol, I don't know, whatever. Like, but definitely no explicit content. No profanity, no anything like that. So, and I trust Dr. Nobi in the quality control, but just know like this is not a place for that kind of art because UpX World is not a place for that kind of art. So I'm looking forward to it. I'm definitely going to submit my set to 1111. We probably need like a form or something. Community standards, yeah. Maybe we could check IDs at the door of the guild and do away with some of those rules. Um, we can talk about that. I don't, it's a slippery slope, and I just don't want to. I know that everybody wants it to be a little bit edgier, but it's always pushing that envelope. Like, we've proven time and time again, we can absolutely have a blast as a community without needing to be explicit, without needing to be overly graphic. Like, we can still absolutely have a fun time. So we can talk about it, but honestly, like, I just like that kind of content is just not really going to be. We don't need to we can talk. We can talk. There are ways to specify certain things, but I don't know. Let's let's talk offline, but know that the it's community standards is really like where we land on that. So I really just don't want to mess with it because then every experience will be like, well, hey, 1111 has that in the guild. Okay. So keep in mind, like, the other thing is, like, I want this to be a game that my nieces and nephews can play any part of. And if one of my brothers saw their kid playing it, wouldn't be like, "What are you doing?" And be like, "This is Uncle Joe's game." Excuse me? Get out of there. I don't want that. Um, eh, so yeah, it's hard to chat here, Moonion. Oh yeah, I don't. Is Moonion trying to? Oh, he's probably chatting. I don't know. All right. So there's that. So that's the 11th. I think. Did I miss anything big? I mean, again, I'm excited about it. I'm definitely going to be submitting. I'm going to try and get into the pyramid. I think it's a huge opportunity, especially if you're one of the first ones into the pyramid. Slab. Thank you for the follow. The dance of 1,000 Xlanders is your reward. Thank you. Um, yeah, and you missed it, 1111. You could have gotten a dance too, but you subscribed right before the channel, or you followed right before the channel started. I actually saw it popped up on my notifications. So you don't get a dance, but it is appreciated. Yeah, hey, no worries, man. Better late than never. Now, technically, you both did miss the Twitch Genesis item. I'm just throwing that out there. So the first 88 Twitch followers got a Genesis item. So you did miss that. Now, there might still be a chance to get the Genesis Instagram item, which is the first 50 Instagram followers. So if we haven't hit 50 Instagram followers, and I haven't checked it this morning, but we just started that campaign, so if you haven't already, go check that out. So the first 1111 pyramid will ultimately be the guild because that will be the top grossing people will just naturally be those 11. So that's a huge thing because if you're part of that first cohort, like you'll have a chance to be in that high ranking position fairly early and for potentially a long time because each cycle is a month long. So it starts, and our goal, touch wood, and this is the first date we're announcing on anything. And so it kind of puts a timeline literally on the rest of everything else. And I'm a little nervous to announce it, but I mean, I think it's obvious what date we would probably want to launch the 11/11 experience, which 72 days. Don't put the number, that gives me anxiety. Um, oh my gosh, 72 11/11. We will launch. We're 71 now. No, stop counting. You're making them get closer. Um, so yeah, 11/11 would be that reminds me of my favorite joke. A guy goes to the doctor to get his results, and he's like, "All right, doc, how bad is it?" And the doctor looks at it, he's like, "Well, it's bad. You only got you might have, I don't know, 10 left to live." 10 what? He's like, 9, 8. Anyway, October 11th, right? Lol. November 11th would be November 11. So 11/11 will be the opening of the array at very least, right? So on 11/11, the idea will be that we'll at least open the first level of the pyramid, which will be the array, that people will be able to purchase these NFTs from. And so the kind of the cool thing here is, so as you're buying those things, those NFTs, right? So and we are, this is one of the first, again, all of the NFTs will be managed, curated, and doled out by 11/11 NFTs. So like that has their own wax collection, etc. Because like I said, Ubex World is not in the business of selling NFTs. But the experiences we host, obviously the layer ones, that is what they do. So when we look at this and you say, well, this is the layer one, in this case, is 11/11 NFTs, where with the metaphases and the other stuff, Upland is the layer one. So just keep that in mind. So this is a different layer one, and it'll be the first, one of the first to have our wax, which would be connecting your wax wallet. And I'm thinking opening day special event in the guild with array pieces rotating through our displays. We'll see. That also assumes that we get the guild done in that time. Like, babysit. My goodness, 11. I'm just going to call you 11 from now on, because I can't. Well, I mean, I guess I could call you Dr. Nobi, but when I see your name. Anyway, so that is pretty exciting. I'm excited for it. Definitely reach out. Is the best way, Dr. Nobi, just for them to reach out to you? Give me the and in fact, well, I might wait on that, but yeah. So I would say submit it to Dr. Nobi. Yeah. Oh, yeah. Duh. Sorry. My apologies, internet. Yeah. 11/11 NFT on Instagram. Okay. So reach him out on Instagram. He's Dr. Nobody on, or Dr. Nobi on Discord too, but Instagram is probably good. And then I would say, or reach out to me. I can connect you as well. If you're like, I don't know who this person is, you can reach out to me. I'll get you connected. But let's get some art in. Get about 12 to 13 pieces. Get a portfolio. Think about how you want it to stack. What item do you want in the array? The array is going to be, and I like the concept we were talking about, is like the artist rookie card. So think about that. Like, these are all of the artists, and in there, I think, you have to submit them all at once. Yep. Is you know what? I'm just thinking, like, we need a submission form that has like 12 slots. That's what we need. And it's like, here's your array piece, and then pyramid slot 1 through 11, right? Like, like that should just be a form, and then they should like drag drop. Like I'm picturing like with, and then they just like drag drop the images and then like submit it to you as a portfolio. That would be a lot easier to manage, I think, and then it's all in one place. We need a submission form first. Okay, let's prioritize that. I think we could get that done this weekend because I would like to start seeing some submissions. Um, and yeah, are we gonna tease? Maybe we'll do that. Like, make sure you get it in because then we can start teasing the array. We can start teasing the array pics on Instagram and Twitter and stuff. No. Hey, Zoe. Good morning, Zoe. Or actually, you're across the pond, so good day. Um, no, it's anything. So this is truly anything. So the art that's a great question. This is whatever you want it to be. It does not have to be Upland related. It doesn't have to be UpX World related. It doesn't have to be. It can be abstract art. It can be pixel art. It can be whatever art you want. I even probably like photography. Are we doing like photography's art? I think it has to be all still pictures, right? So I don't think we're doing any animated pictures um, or art. And I don't know if there's any like parameters, Dr. Nobi, if there's any parameters on like dimensions or resolution or anything. Uh, oh, yeah, yeah, yeah. It does have to. Yeah, yeah. Anything within community guidelines, 100%. So, yeah, this is really, and again, like that's why, like this is really important. So, I know a lot of the things we've been doing are to like build the UpX World asset base, and so a lot of things we're doing are here. But no, like once the actual platform is up, like we want a place of creativity, and I really want 1111 to be that beacon, that place where people go to discover unique artists. So we were talking about it. Your array piece, that piece that goes in there, is essentially like your artist rookie card. So the people who are buying at that level are getting NFT copies, right? So this is essentially like somebody going, "Hey, like I like this piece." It's going to be anonymous. You need 12. You need 12 pieces because you need one for the array and then you need 11 for the pyramid. And so your array piece is your rookie card. Like that's your one that you want to everyone to get like yeah, speculation. Like that's it. And so they go, man, this artist is awesome. I want to buy 10 of their pieces because I have then 10 of their NFTs. And so then if that artist makes it to the pyramid and then starts doing really well and gets all the way to the top of the pyramid, the idea would be that that artist's array piece would be like almost like artist stock. So like you're almost, and it's not because it's not financial, and anything like that, but like you own one of that artist's rookie cards. And keep in mind, the other 11 pieces are one of one mints. So like those are used directly to stake in-app purchases, and like those will be one of one, like that's it, and then they'll be used to decorate and to sell off other things. And so those will be all revenue generating pieces. The actual pieces in the array will be for display, like you'll be able to put them up in your home in a metaphase, in your personal metaphase, or in any other place that lets you decorate. Um, and you'll be able to trade them. So they'll be wax NFTs, and so you'll be able to trade them. And so if you didn't discover who TML's secret alter ego was, and I'm so excited about creating an alter ego. Oh man, I don't know what my pseudonym should be. And then I have to like create like a whole like fake like account. I'll be like, oh, well, who is it? We have to. Oh, anyway, you're gonna have to. Maybe you couldn't figure out who the mystery TML account was, or that mystery artist, and so now you missed out on the opportunity to earn that rookie card. Then you go, hey, I'll trade you this Zoe for that TML, and then that person would hopefully go, yeah, Zoe's worth way more than TML. Give me that NFT. And so Baron T, yeah. Oh, and that's a good point. And so as soon as they enter the array, or as soon as they go from the array to the pyramid, that item stops being for sale. Like you can't buy it at the array anymore. And then the only way to get more of that is through the pyramid of winning that NFT. Yeah, no, Zoe, I'm really excited for the community. I know that Dr. Nobi is going to bring in some of his. He's got a collection of artists as well that I know he's going to be bringing in and helping onboard into the Web3 space. But we already have I know we have a fantastic baseline of artists already here, and so yeah, it's going to be a real fun thing to be able to offer to the community a place to have showcase their art in such a cool way and compete to go through this experience together. And so each month on the 11th, it's going to be a new exciting, time. The auctions will close out. The next level of the pyramid kind of unlocks. Everything goes up the next level. The next, because you'll get 11 new. Well, actually, I guess you get 11. You get what's 10 factorial? Alexa, what's 10 factorial?
10 factorial is 3 million.
Oh no, I guess it's actually 11 factorial. No, that's not it. That can't be it. Never mind. Ignore. Yeah, cancel. It's not a factorial. I don't know why I said that. It's simply it's 66. 11 plus 10 plus 9 plus 8 all the way down. Do you get 66 new pieces? Like once the pyramid's full each month, it's I think would be yeah, of course you would know that. Yeah, so 66. Not factorial. It's not times. That would be insane. I was like, there's no way. Um so oh my gosh. We're only got 18 minutes. We didn't even show multiplayer yet. All different artists. Yeah, so it's gonna be really cool. All right. Well, y'all have sat here long enough. Great content for 1111. I'm really excited about the 1111 structure. I think I'm going to hold out on any. You guys have been so good, though. I do want to. Let me go. Let me see if I can't find something that's not too revealing. The 1111 show. Because like I wanted to show like your neon, like the one that you sent me last, but I feel like that's too revealing. You know what? I'm gonna show. I'm gonna show the tower. So this isn't the final design by any means, but just to give an idea of like, because I like the lettering and stuff too. Um, so here is. And again, this is absolutely not the final design, but just to give you an idea of like, I don't know. I mean, I really like the 1111, so imagine that around the top, and the guild's going to be a rooftop deck. So that's going to be. Ooh, does that mean if it's open? Does that mean we get to like have the sky? Oh, that'll be really cool. We have to get some like astrology people. Like, I would be very curious to like if you could design like what would your most beautiful night sky look like? Like, do you get the swirl of a galaxy? Like, is there, what's the closest stars and sun? Are there, oh, we're hiding Easter eggs in there. If you don't think that I'm not hiding Easter eggs in the sky, like secret constellations and clues to hidden treasures, you don't know me very well. Because I'm already working with one guy wants to have a whole world like treasure hunt, like I said, and oh, there's I can't even tell you how excited I am for all the little things that we're going to be hiding around this world for you to find. Like, that's my favorite thing about video games is Easter eggs and hidden things. And so I essentially want most of the planet and most of the discoveries to be things that aren't obvious. Like I want the core to be obvious. So you know what? Have you ever watched Westworld? It's like Westworld, except that there actually is something to the maze. So if you see a maze, that's probably a pretty good hint that something's at foot. So there you go. Incentivizing stargazing. I like it. Yes. So, all right. So that's that. Now, shall we try some multiplayer? All right. Let's try this. All right. Well, my name is. Thank me later. Now, if my friend did not time out. Oh, there it is. So, that is your name here. So we have two players here. I said, hello. Although now I just realized, because they're both me, that I then have to, can't actually have it here. So here's, you can see here. So, yep, I go, hello. Again, this is, I'm always, and I go, it might not be, super impressive. I'm super impressed. Like, getting multiplayer. So now we have, here's an environment. We have two people. We're able to see like, if they have a score. There we see chat. Like that's multi-accounting. That's that one. Slam, you got me. You got you got me on that one, buddy. I wasn't ready for that. Well, hey, you know what? Look, it's already multiplayer. Look at all the mini Xlanders there. Um, but yes, that's the idea here. Again, we are slowly progressing on it, and I like to show progression when possible. I just typed WW because that's my move is W. And so we can see here, this is just maybe a conference room. Maybe you're having a team meeting here. You could put up things on the screens, a little virtual meeting room inside of, boop. And now this is just, I'm not going to spend too much time because this is just like a playground environment that messing with different things. No, those aren't race barriers. I don't know what you're talking about. So yeah, so that's multiplayer. And so you can see it's kind of persistent. I still get the names or the scoreboard and things like that. So anyway, that was a very quick demo, mostly because that's really just all it is. This is more than one person in an instance, which is cool. And we can see here, this is the playground of experimentation with the different things. Oh, new model. I always like to see what they're, to be fair, none of this has been tested, and it was not necessarily intended to be shown either, but I like exploring. And if you give me a game, I'm going to play it. And I don't think I have jetpack. Like, I don't think jetpack's enabled in this world. No, it's not. Or weapons. Do I have my weapon? No. All right. And I think the office we were in is over here. Those look cool. I think it was this, honestly. Yeah, I think that was a little office. Oh wait, could you see Thank Me Later up there? Hold on, let's. I thought I saw his name tag. TML, I see you. Come out and play. That's funny. That is definitely. So that's definitely where you spot. Yeah, there you go. So that's the boardroom. It was overlooking the city. So anyway, that's it. Um, hug requires a valid target. You have to hug. You have to hug, exclamation hug, and then a person's name. I want to see the shirt, the t-shirt. Oh, we don't have t-shirts rendered yet. Although, you know what? The person who is working on that is Slav. He's actually doing some really cool cloth. Let me see here. He's doing some really cool cloth textures. Let me take a look. Oh, yeah. Hold on. Let me show this. I'll show the 1111 logo real quick here. Because that's cool. Put that up. Oh my gosh. It kind of makes me dizzy. I'm not going to lie. It kind of makes me dizzy. But in a good way. And in fact, it doesn't even like, I'm looking, it doesn't even, like when you see it, it's really interesting. Let me pull up, actually here, I want to see if I can't find some of Slav's cool stuff. Is it in our Unity group chat or is it in the, oh, you know what? Hold on, I don't know if I've, media player, movies and TV, okay. I don't know if I can play these MK, oh, hold on. Oh, stop! Don't look there. Nothing to see there. There's nothing to see there. Nope. That was not a go-karts minigame. You saw nothing. You can't prove you did. No one would believe you. Who would believe you anyway? Who would believe? Who would believe that there was Samuel's crushing it. I'm so excited for him. Like, come on now. This is Slav's son put this together. How cool is that? So, um, don't forget you're tired. Yeah. Sorry, I got distracted. I love all the great work that these guys are doing. Where is all of your cloth work? I gotta be careful what I show because some of your t-shirt work is it's good, but yeah, your model is I just have to be. I guess it's not too bad. Okay, I guess it's not terrible. So here, for instance, is, but again, it's on a female mannequin. But that's, the cloth textures. I thought you had some other ones. And maybe I'm just looking in the wrong place. But yeah, so Slav is working on definitely those textures. Oh my gosh, the stuff you guys are working on is super cool. Oh, you know what? I want to show NFT since we're doing fun stuff. At the end, like that's what happens at the end. I'm like, oh my gosh, I got all this other cool stuff. I'm just gonna like randomly show you guys. They're also working on converting all of the block explorers into 3D, like the dog and stuff that you saw, which was cool. Slav's been working on. This is cool. I really like these designs. So like, as far as here's some other like putting logos. So here's the kind of the cool. I really like that UpX World, kind of like the Rockstar logo version of it, and then with Spread the Cure, who's one of our investors, showing their logo on it. I think it's cool. Like we're going to be able to do that. Really, so imagine that's your piece of art, and so you could sell, you know, a digital water bottle, and then who knows? Like no one's here saying that this couldn't then lead into, you know, commissioning it with a place that actually prints these physical goods, right? So what if you could buy the digital one and then for, you know, whatever, an extra whatever, actually get a physical copy of that object, right? A physical shirt, a physical thermos with the logos or the brands or the art that you want, right? Like there's nothing to say we couldn't partner with Swell or Yeti to offer, unique thermoses and stuff like that. That is, all potential things that we'll be able to do as UpX World expands. I really like the work that's going on with that. Let me see here. Slav, is there anything else? Because you did some cool stuff. I just want to make sure I'm not missing. Man, I love just watching our channel. You guys are doing such cool work. Here's the progress on Block Explorer creation. Like you guys were talking some insane stuff here. Because for those of you who don't know, like Upland doesn't necessarily make these ready for 3D, right? Like they aren't super clean. They're kind of just whatever, and all the layers and stuff. And so for the team to actually convert them, I think they actually have some code and stuff. Oh, dude, you want to see? And now, granted, okay, so here, to be fair, I'm keeping some of the things open, like the steampunk and the logo theme, because I want multiple, and I'm okay with multiple people winning the contract. Because, first of all, as you can see, there's going to be all kinds of logos. Have you guys seen I don't think that it's probably been a while since I've shown anybody this. But you don't even know. We have an UpX World fashion brand. Did you know that? Did you know that we have an UpX World fashion brand? Yeah. Where is my... Oh my gosh, now I don't remember what I did with it. Textures, objects, lore. Shoot. Oh, that's gonna drive me nuts. I don't remember what I did with. I don't remember what I did with it. Maybe downloads. Let's see. It would have been a while ago. Dang it. I really wanted to show that UpX World. Shoot. Okay, well, unfortunately, I'll have to find that maybe for tomorrow. Because it is super cool. And so, yeah. So, anyway, the point of that was that we are going to need multiple brand logos, not just for the primary brand, but there's going to be lots of secondary brands. Ultimately, I would like UpX World Live to have its own brand. The Xlander Fashion. Dang it. VIX. Oh my goodness, that's going to drive me insane. All right. Don't obsess, move on, right? Don't obsess, move on? Okay. Moving on, because I cannot find it, and that's frustrating. I'm just going to check the UpX World folder one more time, because I feel like it was in here somewhere. I just don't remember where. Okay. All right. All right, I don't know where that is. Sorry. Don't move on, obsessed. No, they're not helping. space and race are my favorite, well, then you are definitely in for a treat. Oh, you're the worst. Where did this go? Oh, it's so cool. Where do I have it at? I know I have it on something or somewhere. Oh, you know what? I guess I could just go back down because I got it from Fiverr, actually. Oh, it's in my downloads. Well, no, I checked my downloads. You know what? Let me just pull back up Fiverr. I'm just gonna do it. Now you've made me obsess, and now I can't let it go. I hope you're happy. There was some. Oh, I was going to show you Architect's steampunk stuff. I do want to show you Architect steampunk stuff. I do plan on having that um, go to Instagram and some other social media. So you'll see that hopefully starting to appear. I really like the steampunk, but again, we are very open to multiple steampunk entries, multiple logos. Like all of that is absolutely okay. Let's see. I think it was her. Okay, that's great. Where is my inbox though? Where's my orders? Manage requests. Oh no, I don't have a request. Cheese Pete's. View order. Sorry, fam. I know, but now you made me obsessed. Well, and oh, now you're gonna make me. Oh, it's the 1, 2, 3. Oh, okay. So now I know what I'm looking for. They didn't name them very good. They literally named them 1.png, 2.png, 3.png. Like, I'm just gonna re-download them. Whatever. So I'll show you the one that I picked. I'll show you the options. Now I'm going to be sad if you guys don't agree with the one I picked, though. I guess I could go back to her and tell her that I wanted a different one. Let me download that. Download that. And download that. All right. Search hard drive for 1, right? Okay, so let's see here. We'll open up this. We'll open up this. We'll open up this. We'll open up this. Now, can I go between them, or are they each individual items now? Each individual item is fantastic. All right, doesn't matter. I'm just going to do this. So here's option 1. Well, and keep in mind, I've already picked the one that I'm going with. So I hope that you all like the one I picked. These were the options that she made for me. Now we got that one up. I think we need this one. So this is actually, she does high-end fashion. So this would be for the high-end fashion line. And so let me make that. And then I'll fit the 4th one on here. And then this one here. All right. So what do you all think? So we got option 1, option 2, option 3, option 4. I'm curious which one y'all would have picked, and then I'll tell you which one I did pick, because like option 4, there's a guy kind of hovering around. Oh yeah, okay. So here, let me do that. I guess there, so you can see it a little better. I'll move it up. That's bottom left or bottom right. Yeah. So this is this is the winner. So this is our Xlander fashion line logo. So again, we are very open to multiple logos because there's going to be a ton of different things that need brands. You know, the UpX World Arcade, UpX World Live, Xlander Fashion. I'm sure that there's going to be other things. We also are going to be working with a lot of different experiences, right? So now 1111 came in with a really cool logo and design idea, and then they're working with NFT Architect to build the property. But there are other ones that might need help with brands and logos. So when I, keep a contract like brands and logos open, it's because like there's a chance to win that for more than one contract. Like, yes, there's probably the overall UpX world, like social media, branding, content. But again, we're going to have our own fashion line. We're going to have our own media outlets. We're going to have our own live broadcasting. All of that's going to require logos and content. So there's that. All right. We are a little bit over, but I just have to show. I have to show you this, the steampunk stuff draft sketches. Hold on. Because it is super freaking cool. And again, there can be more than one. There can definitely be more than one steampunk set for the record, as long as they're unique. But that's just because I love steampunk and I love that style. So I want there to be plenty of options, and cause I really like the aesthetic, and I think that it's a high value design aesthetic. All right, so I guess I'll open all of these. Open original. Okay. Okay, give me a second to open all these. Perfect. Okay, they're opening just how I want them. And so this is actually gonna. I'm actually. Dang, you guys are getting a freaking jam-packed episode. I was not expecting there to be this much content. But for some reason, Saturday mornings, I just like wake up and I'm like, you know what? Show all the content. I don't care. Not that I don't care. It's like I'm excited about it. Like I wake up Saturday morning and I'm like, yeah, like let's show you guys what's going on. I want you to be as excited on your Saturday as I am. Let's see here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tabs. I think that's the 6 buildings. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Oh, there's 7. Which one did I miss? Don't want to miss any. Okay, that one. That one is super cool. That one. Oh, I missed this one. Okay. Open original. All right. Here we go. You guys ready? Let's go. All right. So, oh my gosh, let's do this. This is the first look at one of the first skins that's going to be available. And now what I want to note here is layer 1 versus layer 2. So first of all, I think we can all just appreciate how cool this looks, right? Oh my gosh, I gotta move my head out of the way. Hold on. Now I'm blocking the fun. I'll move myself over here. So what I want to, yeah, that's the hovering guy. I think Creedmoor is gonna be a little bit more dark than this, I think. But hey, if Creedmoor wants to use steampunk, by all means, and you don't have to be limited either. You can do a variety of things. But what I want to call out here is the yeah, more scary. Yeah, I was thinking like really like Resident Evil style, like dark gothic for Creedmoor. But anyway, this is important to show layer 1, like, hey, it's cool, that's what we're used to. But then in layer 2, like what it can be, right? And so this is all about how do we take these standard assets and then elevate them and highlight them in a cool, unique way, adding in some details and functionality that may not make sense in layer 1 because you can't easily keep changing. That's all blockchain. This is just a skin, right? And so your neighborhood can change it. You can change it on your own house in your own meta phase, etc. So let's go through some other ones. So here's the small townhouse with the pointy roof. You can see even the things like the windows then get converted to these exhausts, and the gears and things on the side. I mean, there's no reason that you can't even have like smoke and steam off of it. Um, well, now keep in mind, I think that it's going to be more realistic. I think it's like this is not the final rendering, but yes, um, it's not going to. Although honestly, like I think it would be harder to make this art style in digital, and like especially if it like moved and stuff. But that's kind of cool. I was not thinking of it like keeping it exactly like that. Hey, that's funny. This is more like I think it'll be more definitions. Oh, Borderland style? That's true. I actually don't know what the actual rendering style will be. Um, but yeah, that could actually be kind of cool if it was like a sketched version and not like super clean. Like, but see, like that's the beauty of it, right? Like, there's no reason that we can't have a steampunk version that's like that, and there can't be one that's like more clean and slick and polished gears or like whatever, like more realistic steampunk. Um, Here is a variation or this is actually the townhouse. Will the designers be required to make the 3D versions or just the designs? So, great question, Zoe. For the contract is specifically for the 3D models. I was asking people to do the design mock-ups first, just because it's going to take a lot more work. Now, I will also say that NFT architect approached me and was like, "Hey, like just so you know, like making these models is actually a lot more intensive." And that's fair. And so what we would likely do is, in addition to the contract, is that um Evsky, um in addition to the contract, we would look to do a profit share. So as the creator of this, you would get those kind of underlying NFTs for this collection that would then allow you profit share from the in-app purchases, if that was something that we offered. So there are some additional revenue opportunities for the 3D creation, but the contracts and everything are for the 3D models that can be rendered. But now that said, say you're not a 3D designer, but you have a really good idea for a set. Find an artist, because I think that there are sometimes that there's creators out there that, at least like me too, like one thing I struggle with is a blank canvas. And I'm by no means an artist, but if I had like, hey, this is what we're trying to do, like at least it gives me something to work towards, right? If somebody gave me a sketch, I could probably like make something close to it for the purposes of this. So there's an opportunity, though, if you say, well, I have some really cool building skin ideas, but I'm not a designer, I'm not a 3D modeler. I think there's tons of opportunity to start partnering up as well. And go, well, hey, we'll do the sketches, you do the 3D design, and then we can split the profits. Because in something like that, for instance, I could issue, 2 sets of NFTs. So if you say, hey, I'm teaming up with this 3D modeler, then you both can get copies. And so then the profit share can be that. It can be whatever. If you say, hey, we want to split it 60-40, I'll make 10, give 1 6, 1 4, like whatever it is. And then that will naturally just, however many there is, it gets split out among those. And so you just tell me like what percent you want. And then we just figure out, we can do some old school math. What's the lowest common denominator, right? Like, okay, you want 60-40. I don't need to issue 100 and do 60 and 40. I can do 10, right? And actually, I think I can simplify that and technically do 5 and do, right? 3 and 2 is technically the same. So technically I could simplify it to 3 and 2. But anyway, all right, so that's that one. I'll go through all of these real quick. This is the apartment, which turns into a really cool clock tower / observation building, which I absolutely adore. It's two of my favorite things together, observatories and clock towers. I'm not even a big fan of clock towers. I don't know why I said that. I like them aesthetically, but honestly, they're kind of creepy. Even since Back to the Future, I just kind of found them a little eerie. Like hanging on. There's been like several times where people like hang on to the giant like things on a. Just nothing good ever seems to happen around a clock tower. If only it were wearing a top hat. Well, again, I do believe that we could have fancy buildings, sure. This one is probably, I'm not even going to lie, this is my home style, I believe, in Alamo Square. And this is almost certainly would be what I would put as my personal metaphase design. I love this. I love the Edison bulbs and the arc windows. Like, it's so cool looking. Oh, it's not the telescope was a cannon. Now we do have tower defense models as well. That's a whole different thing. Here is a no, this is a ranch house. Again, you could see like some wire here. I like how it's like, you still get the Edison bulbs and the arch, so it's very aesthetically, it's all one set, right? Like, you can tell that this is all one set. Oh, wait, do I have this one? Now I don't know which one. I don't know the difference between the two. I have to go check which one Alamo Square is. But anyway, this is also super cool. Got a little bit of extra gears and pulleys here for fun. So yeah. I don't know. What do you guys think? Are you excited? I'm excited. Very industrial. Yeah. No. Again, it is, and that's the thing is, if you wanted to make, I mean, I don't think we can technically make a Hello Kitty, because we get trouble. Like, if you wanted to make like the opposite, right? Like pink sparkle. I mean, let's be honest. As much as I love this style, I also love like Bling Town. So like, if you were to like put like bedazzle, like essentially just bedazzle all of the buildings, I would have a very hard time choosing between a bedazzled building and a steampunk building. But that says more about me than anybody else. So, yeah. So there you go. We're a little bit over on time, but I really wanted to show you guys all this cool stuff because there's so much content being made by so many creative people. And I mean, I didn't even get into all of the stuff. Like, I had such a good conversation with the Hyde Park Ninjas yesterday. I think that they're going to be doing some amazing stuff with martial arts. Creedmoor. Hopefully we'll have some more information on data mines. I'm going to work on that today, actually. The data mines. We have like hundreds of millions of records now in our database. Let's see here. Pure and Ditzy. I know Pure and Ditzy are working on something. We don't have a lot of details there, but I know Pure and Ditzy are working on something. Humble is working. We're working on trying to figure out what an experience is to help with the homeless situation in Kansas City. Spread the Cure, obviously, with our partnership there, we'll have an experience with that. All right, this is the last piece. This is the last thing I'm going to drop, and then I'm going to go because I can't give everything away. I have to save something for tomorrow. You guys are killing me. Don't you guys have a web developer yet? Depends. What are you talking, like game developer or like a web OS, like website developer? And honestly, we could use both. We have some of each, but we are actively looking for more, especially web developers. But hey, Wyack, welcome. Thank you for being a first-time chatter. Working on web dev, but definitely hit me up, Wyack. Again, I don't think we can have too many web devs because we have a lot of content we're going to be creating. We have a lot of projects that we're going to be working with. Because here's the other thing is, as we build this community of creators, web designers, 3D animators, artists, like I've already been approached by other people that are like, hey, I have this other project. Can somebody help me make assets for it? And that ultimately will become an experience. Or somebody was even like, hey, how much do you think I would have to pay to have somebody make me a block explorer? Because they're having a hard time designing their block explorer. And I was like, dude, if you probably put up like a 20 or 30,000 UpX bounty, I'm sure you would get some insanely cool responses. And like it was for like a Sunny D, so it was like this like drinking a drink and stuff. So he had some good ideas. He just needed a designer. It's like, well, we have a community. Um, get viewers, followers, and primes on my stream star. Oh, okay. Yeah, how about not? But thank you for chatting. We don't really do that. How do I get rid of that? I don't have any of my mods here, so hold on. No, I want to. There's a way to get rid of that, but I just don't know how to. I'm just going to block. Let's see. How do I time that person? Oh, timeout. There you go. All right. Nice. All right. So there we go. Timeout. I figured it out. I got him. Even without the mods, I figured it out. Boom. Get out of here. That's not how we operate. We aren't trying to buy. We don't need to. We don't need to buy followers. You know what? We don't need to buy followers. That's the beauty of this. We're going to grow organically. That's always been our plan. We want everyone that's here now to be able to establish themselves, get connected, and network. You know, there's other projects out there that want to boast big numbers and they want to buy followers and whatever. Good, let them. That's not us. We don't need that. We don't need fake hype. You know why we don't need fake hype? Because we have real creators. When you have real creators and an amazing product, you don't need fake hype. None of us need to be out there like, you know, shilling the heck out of this project. All we need to do is go share the project. And yeah, please report it as bot spam. Appreciate it. Like, so you know what? Thank you, bot spammer, for helping me reinforce the message that we don't need you. We don't need you. We don't need you. Anyway, so we have an amazing team of artists. So please, reach out, web designers. And again, even if you're not the primary web designer on, say, UpX.world, you might have an opportunity to work with one of these other amazing experiences. We are going to have a lot of opportunities for creators to work not just on this project. So even if you go, well, hey, I'm looking for this type of work, and it's anything in the creative, writing, drawing, design, 3D art, development, really anything that can be leveraged digitally, come and find us. And we'll get you connected with a whole network of people that are either actively creating or looking for creators. All right, well, there you go. We are 20 minutes over. See, now this is what happens when I don't have, like, this is where, you know, Scotch would be like running the vacuum or shooing me away. Because I could just sit here and talk to you guys like all day. But I know we have a schedule. It's not fair. You guys have a life too. So I appreciate you hanging out a little bit extra today. I hope that you got some cool content. Oh, I was about to share one last thing, and then I'm seriously logging out. I'm not an artist, but yes. Okay. So now I'm going to tell you guys a secret, and don't tell anybody else. But I do plan on having, now most of you don't know this. Most of you don't know this, but I actually was the creator of the first ever Upland themed NFT project on Wax. And there's a long story about why it's no longer verified, but it may be getting back verified. It's called Upland Fan Art, UFA. Used to be huge. There were some issues. They're resolved now, but there is a massive repository of unbelievably cool stuff from Upland creators, as well as some very unique art from myself. Now, I can tell you right now that I fully intend on having, if we're doing Wax, know that that is definitely going to be added in some way, shape, or form. So I'm just going to throw that out there. Not financial advice. Please do not go necessarily buy anything up, because that is not the ask. Please hear me out. That is not the ask. I'm just saying go take a look at the content to give an idea of what UFA is possible of, because, like, that is going to come back to life a little bit. Again, not asking you to go buy any of the stuff, because I actually don't even know what's for sale, and it's not whitelisted, so you actually have to like uncheck the whitelisted to find it. Upland fan art on Wax, but there is some really cool stuff. I'm more just saying you should go check it out, and look for knowing that there's probably going to be like a secret little shop or something inside of UpX World related to UFA, which was one of my original Wax projects. Not trying to shill it. Do not go buy it, because I don't even know what the prices are, and I don't want to tell you unless it's like super, super cheap and you're like, oh, I got some. But sincerely, don't go like crazy on it. Like, it's not necessarily going to have shared revenue or anything like that. I just wanted you to know that if you have a project like that maybe is buried or was older and didn't get the love, like, this is an opportunity to start revisiting some of that, because there has been a lot of great art, at least created over the past several years, that maybe hasn't gotten the love or attention that it should have. And now might be a time to re-highlight that and to try and figure out how do we actually bring it into relevancy in Web3 using UpX World. So dust off some of those old collections, see what you have stored in your art repository, prepare your 12 pieces of art for the 11/11 studio and auction house opening, and we will have a submission form. We'll try and get that in the next week, because then we can just post that and then people will be able to submit it, so that way we can start curating it and we can start highlighting some of those future array rookie cards. Right? So yes. All right. Cool. There you go. That is it. That's all. I don't have anything else. You guys can't. That's all the information I have. Like, you've squeezed it all out of me, in the most loving way possible. I appreciate each and every one of you for spending a little bit of your Saturday here with me. I hope that the rest of your weekend is super enjoyable. You can catch me on Discord pretty much anytime, and you can catch me here again live tomorrow, UpX World Live at 5 p.m. Central, Sunday, September 4th. So I will see you tomorrow, and until then, stay safe, everybody.